minutes of it so far.
Okay, I didn't want to like give you information you'd already seen, but yeah, apparently you don't really want to try to beat Colvey until you've at least gotten to Pursuit level 4.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense because it's not like we've ever we never beat her at Pursuit level 3.
Oops.
And we get punished for leaving now, which is stupid. Like the system was fine the way it was. Like we knew we wouldn't be able to beat Colvey in levels in Pursuit level 1 or 2. So we would just leave, but now it's like, no, you should make Colvey leave so that you're not punished. It's just dumb. Yeah, that video said there's a way to get 8, but like, one of the ways of getting 2 rainbows, there's just a question mark that comes up. It says, you know, you get 2 extra rainbow rewards, and question mark. It doesn't tell you why you got them. I'm sure the community will figure out what triggers that pretty soon. The guy in the video thought maybe it was like if no one ever dies, but he's not sure.
My controller's not working. Oh no.
What do you call BS on at night? You gotta remember, like, by the time we see your text message, we're not.
Sex game will make you come 10 times a night, guys. Right there, it says.
Is that what we're playing? Shit, I launched Rocket League.
That's what it says on my screen. Play this game for 1 minute, see why everyone's addicted. Full uncensored online hentai game.
Fuck,
What?
I didn't know you were doing that.
I was watching me some JoJo on Kiss Anime, and you know that's.
You can call BS on it, but I don't think this guy would have put that in his video if it's not true. I just find it very strange that a guy who makes his YouTube channel all about giving out Monster Hunter info would just lie like that. I'm sure there's somebody on the subreddit that's got a picture of it, being like, "Whoa, I got 8 rewards." I should unfollow him. What makes you think I am following him? Go with my own testing. Yeah, but the thing is he says they don't know how to get that extra too. So like, how the fuck am I supposed to test it, Adnan?
You also can't really prove that you can't get 8 rewards.
Yeah, it's like if he had said this is how you get those eight rewards, I would try it and see if he's right, but like the guy literally says we're not sure yet how it's done, so I can't test it. I don't know how to test for that.
Oh, I thought I did, hadn't I?
I'm about to refresh if you got here.
I'll hit the update button again, but just in case.
Doesn't he have to refresh?
Yeah, well, I hit the update button just in case I didn't hit the update button. Yeah, it should be. But thank you, Adnan. Thanks for letting me know if that was the case.
So, all in all, Capcom, you made some very bad decisions with AT Colvey.
Yeah,
The fact that it's like the agreed upon best method now that you just collect tracks and wait for Colvey to retreat after like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
If everyone picks up tracks, can you get to Pursuit level 4 in one go? Like how many times do you have to go in and have only picking up tracks before you get to Pursuit level 4?
I don't know. He did say though that breaking parts can also up your pursuit level. So.
Yeah, he said only break like a couple of tail parts at the back. Otherwise, you risk like moving her on, and then it takes even longer. You know, 8 minutes of like standing around and not fighting sucks, but I guess it's better than like spending 20 minutes and like doing the entire thing knowing you can't beat it anyways.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And he blocks it. I just did like air drabs. And the asshole blocked it.
Well, whoever said 8 rewards can go to hell because your friend is making a big deal out of it, and it's driving me nuts. I don't... I mean, I wouldn't make a big, big deal out of it. I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. It's.
I mean, that's cool if you can get 8 rewards.
Yeah, but until you can get 8 rewards.
Oh, I thought teammate was back.
Until you can get 8 rewards, I mean, no, like I just. While that guy said all of those things, he said, well, if they complete it first, you might not get any rewards, or you'll get 2 maybe, or 4. I'm just like, wait, how do you, like, you still don't know, though.
The guy in the video?
Yeah.
I think he means that, like, you're gonna get however many rewards they've finished with.
Oh, well, that's what I figured. Already. Like, which is fine.
But that's what we were talking about last night. Is like it would suck to get punished for another player group's mistakes.
Well, that doesn't sound like we're getting punished. That sounds like we're getting the end result that we should be getting. Like I don't understand how it's a potential punishment. The other group completed it then. And...
That's what you were calling it. You were calling it a punishment yesterday.
No, that's not what I was meaning. I was thinking, because they said, oh yeah, you might not get rewards if somebody else completes it. Which sounds like to me that if somebody else completes it, Capcom goes, alright, somebody else completed it, which means you don't get anything. Not that you're going to get their rewards.
Don't you get 2 for breaking the horns? Or you don't get 2 rainbows for breaking the horns, I guess. Like, how could another team, if another team beats it, and doesn't get any rainbow rewards at all, I guess. I'm trying to remember what were the triggers for rainbow rewards?
Fury state.
Right. So if the other team just doesn't do it and doesn't get her to Fury state.
So I don't see like a punishment. There's no real punishment. It's literally just these people completed it, and these are the rewards you get because of that. But if they gave it to you because they said you didn't complete it, this other group completed it, therefore the other group gets the rewards and you don't, that would be a punishment. But if everyone gets the same rewards because the group completed it, then so be it. I'm fine with that. I don't know how to do it in the other way. I guess
if we wanted to guarantee the 6 rewards, we could just, like, lock your session so that it was only us 4, and we do it the right way if we were that paranoid. But having other people in the session definitely makes it go faster, so...
Yeah.
It's just a risk we have to take that if someone else beats it before us, we may not get all 6.
Yeah.
I think in general it's still worth it to have other people.
Yeah, I agree.
But like, if we see other people go out on like a pursuit 4, 5, or 6,
Jesus, guy.
If we see another group go for it, we might as well try it ourselves too, because we feel confident in getting 6, I guess.
Yeah.
So that even if they fuck it up and only get like 2, we would still get whatever rewards we make, right? That's how.
If we get rewards. Right, if we end up completing it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it seems we seem to have gotten 6 like every time we do it, so yeah. We've been fairly reliable.
I don't think beating Kolbe with just 4 people is good though at night. Because then it's just gonna be slow, right? We have all 16 people in there. We're all hammering at it. We might be able to complete 4 sessions in a night. I don't know about 4, but we might be able to complete
Damn it.
even 2. If we get 4 out of 2, that's 8. When it was just the 3 of us, we went a little over and we completed one Colve. With 4 people, I assume that we're going to be potentially a little under, but not be able to complete 2 Colves, still only complete 1. But if we can get even 2 with 4, that's 8 rewards. That's already more than we're going to get normally. If we get 2 with 6, we're going to get 12 rewards, and that's great.
Still getting that echoey bounce. God damn it.
Yeah, the echoey bounce only happens when the ball is like a certain distance away.
That Phillip guy kicking our ass.
That one guy's got Pit. Caleb. You can't have Pit. That's not a Steam game. See, all I did today was really watch JoJo, and that's about it. Built some of my model kit.
Oh, shit. That teammate had that.
Should probably get cleared there. I don't have boost, so I can't get that.
No. Oh, what are you doing, teammate? Both of us are in the corner.
Fuck. They're right above me. I didn't have the boost. Zabusto. Oh god. So I made some good progress in near. Ooh, I'm doing a good civil enhancement in there.
I did catch up on the other day's stream. I saw you beat Route A.
It's good shit.
Yeah, yeah. It was nice to see 2B Granta size.
Yeah. Oh, he fucking missed. Okay. Ah! Fuck.
Oh. You know, it's interesting because they start the game with
They start the
they
game.
start the game with 9s in tubes uploading themselves. You know, well, obviously he initiates it. before they blow themselves up. So it's kind of cool that it comes full circle and he uploads his consciousness again at the end of the game. It's kind of a neat like theme thing. But it also meant that like whenever he's in danger, that's the first thing I'm thinking is like, why don't you just fucking upload your consciousness like you did earlier? So it also kind of took away the surprise a bit.
The thing was with like uploading the data, they can't just like upload the data at any time to the bunker. That's why you have those save points, is that's when they upload their data most of the time.
So how was he able to do it like wirelessly at the beginning?
I don't know. That's a good question. But that's why they have the save points.
Let's go on Barry.
That's their justification behind the save points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's cool. So it's not so much that like it took anything away from the ending, but it would have been a bigger kind of surprise. I guess it's kind of a surprise because he uploads it to like the androids or the robots that are around him, which is definitely not what he did in the beginning, obviously.
Yeah. It did take him longer to upload 2B's data when he was on top of the machine. So that might have been the case, where it just takes a long time if you're not near like a save point. And since they were battling a dude, that might have not been a good time to upload to the bunker. It would have taken a long time, but instead he wrapped it up in that multi-part zip and then spread it out, multiplexed it.
Yeah, it was definitely neat. And like right when she was going to like smash the robot head, I'm like, wait, what are you doing? That's 9S. Stop it.
The thing is, though, is like if they die, it's not the worst thing because they have backups at the bunker anyway.
Yeah, but that also kind of undercuts like the emotional impact of her crying there. If you could just be like, well, you know, he made an update. He did like a backup, you know, like a couple hours ago, so it's not. Oh, hello, Gravini. Long time no see.
What's up, Gravini? How you doing?
I hope I'm not like stepping on your toes by saying hello to people before you get a chance to.
No, I don't care.
I hope I didn't anger you by bringing up toes. I heard those are attached to feet.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. It's a little okay, I guess. You mentioned stepping on them, which is...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Just potentially destroying.
You haven't seen Baka Hentai today, have you?
No.
I put something in there about feet. Oh. Because, and another thing that surprised me, if you had something you want to say, you go ahead, because I'm about to launch into a whole other thing. Hello, Kristen.
I think the main thing is like one problem that they don't like about them dying is they're like losing their memories. Because even if it's a backup, it's like
memories aren't part of that backup.
They've gotten new memories since their last backup, right?
Right.
And so that has like, a little bit of significance because you're losing like part of yourself.
Yeah, like a couple of hours or maybe like a day of memories, though.
Yeah.
And like 2B is like in tears that he's dying. Like it just feels like she wouldn't cry because he lost an hour of memories or a day of memories.
Also, hi, Kristen. I didn't say hi, but hi, Kristen.
Not 9S has like a passway to the bunker since he's a scout android.
Oh yeah, he
has to upload stuff to the bunker constantly. Might be easier to send data. Memories can be tampered with. Take the shot!
Sick.
Yeah, Altered Carbon's great.
How's it going? It's going decent.
Lots of real fun nudity, lots of fun action. I had some problems with it, but I enjoyed my time watching Altered Carbon. Netflix doing a pretty good job. Doing a pretty good job with their original shows. Hey, Shasha.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen hardly any live action shows though in the last 10 years. Oh, Kristen, want to know something that's nuts? My sister's getting a divorce, and my dad's getting laid off. It's pretty crazy. Did I? Yeah, I finished the Amnesia side quest.
Didn't think that was in at first.
That was the last thing that I did.
So, what's interesting about going through and watching you play the same thing with a new character is remembering like how upset 2B got the first time when she thought 9S was dying. Cause like the arc there is that she's cold and emotionless, and then eventually, oh yeah!
Get him.
Eventually she learns to like care for him. But you know, like she's like really distant and cold to him the whole game, but except for like that one part in the beginning there where she like actually is really sad about him. Like Angel even said, like you just met this guy. It seems kind of weird for someone who's all about like no emotions and stuff that she got that upset about him, right? Like how interesting would it have been if she like just didn't give a shit that 9S was dying, even though he just like came in and saved her? Because the big machine thing is gonna like crush her with its robot arm, and he goes like boost and like smacks it away. So he saves her. You know, how cool would it have been, or like how like thematic for the story if she had just not cared that he did that for her because she was all about being emotionless, but by the end of the game she actually does turn around. I don't know. That was. I don't know if I'm missing something there.
For why she has emotion?
No, just like it seems weird because she like tells him don't call me man, and she's all like super formal and don't have emotions and stuff. But like right there or in the early part of the game, she gets very sad when she thinks 9S is gonna die. Am I wrong?
Yeah, she's a little sad there. Yeah. Oh yeah. When he's all like fucked up. Yeah, that's right. She gets pretty
like
sad.
he's missing a leg. She gets really like ticked off. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's more that she's like, but it's because she's scared that he's dying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the griefing kind of stage things, anger or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, divorce.
Well,
divorce.
I called it sad, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I have to watch my parents' house right now, Kristen, because they're out of town dealing with that. Anyway, so
because aside from that one moment where she's losing her shit over 9S dying, or what she thinks he's dying, aside from that one moment, she's really cold and heartless throughout at the start, and then slowly over time, you know, she starts to care about things, and it's a very, very clearly defined arc for her as she slowly grows to becoming, like accepting her emotions. Because I think maybe one thing they could be doing with that is showing that she had the emotions to begin with. That like she had the emotions at the start of the game, and it's more about like showing about her trying to fight it and trying not to show them even though they were there. Because otherwise you might get confused and think that like she's developing emotions throughout the game when it's actually more about her becoming comfortable with displaying those emotions. Oh shit.
I don't have boost.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it was clear that, like, right away in the game that she had emotions. Like, emotions are prohibited,
Right.
but she's showing it, so...
It just seems weird for her to care that much about 9S right away, but that's... Yeah. Just show that she has emotion even though she tries to hide. Yeah, okay, Barry. Yeah, sorry. just a little late there. Also stuff that might be explained later. Okay, so if there's stuff that I'm missing, that's fine.
There's a whole Route C that we haven't seen. Plus, there's extra stuff that is revealed during Route B, so... Just pop into existence.
I got bumped.
But Kristen, how's is everything? How's life with you? I don't think you answered that. Maybe I didn't even ask it. I don't know. No! Oh, okay. I almost fucked that up. I pogoed. Also, Kristen, do you like my new green screen? Look, I could do this. It's sick. Ooh. Thank God he was there. Everything's going good. That's good.
Everything's going good when you're in the Kabuki stream.
Oh!
Man, everything's going great. It's not your fault, Barry. I was just laughing because I didn't see what you typed in time. I was distracted by Rocket League. It's not your fault.
You know what, Barry? You should be sorry. Actually.
Yeah. Barry, can you type like in the future from now on? Can you predict what I'm gonna say?
How even dare you? You should. I don't even think that apology was genuine enough.
Yeah, you know what? Your delay, your apology took too long. If anything,
Yeah,
you should be apologizing for the delay in your apology.
Oh, why'd I have to go up the wall? Barry, have you played Sekiro yet? I know you got it. Oh, I tried to wedge it down, but he saved it.
That's a trap question. He's asking if you opened his game.
He said he was going to test it out. Barry, you could have had a 2-for-1 deal. If you would have gave me the game right away, you could have experienced the game through me, and watched me play the game. Like it was like a kind of a double thing, you know, a new experience.
Everything's going right in this game.
A new experience of the game, plus being able to watch me play it.
What do you think of it so far? You really got to like retrain your brain not to go for a lot of dodging. You got to learn that it's okay to just spam the guard button. Oh no.
It's a cool Gengar.
Oh yeah, it is.
It was a cool Gengar. But then I can do cool stuff like this, Kristen. Check it out. Wow. I got a friend.
You got a friend in me.
Just got a lot of shit.
Oh man, did you see that thing about Sony censoring sexy stuff in games?
Oh yeah, I saw that a little while
God,
ago.
that sucks.
So dumb.
I just cannot wrap my head around the fact that the ESRB ratings aren't enough.
Yeah.
Why is Sony? You're the guys. I mean, obviously you have first party games. Like if you told all your first party developers tone down the sexiness, that would be shitty. But I would get it. It was like, all right, that's what you want to do with your brand. That would be. It's just like Nintendo. Nintendo's. You're gonna allow. Well, I guess. Yeah, because Bayonetta's platinum, right? So that's not first party Nintendo.
Well, it was but it was Nintendo exclusive, so like.
Right.
They had to still allow it on their platform as an exclusive.
But it's not. It wasn't developed by Nintendo.
Right.
Or like a Nintendo-owned company. So, you know, I don't expect a Nintendo-owned company to put out anything crazy, adult, violent, or sexy. And it's like, I get it. That's fine. That's the brand they want to push. Ah, shit. But don't like censor other people's games that happen to be on your platform, because that shit doesn't actually reflect poorly on your console. Like, you're not the ones who made the game.
But you see, parents though of kids don't understand that half the time.
Yeah,
and that's what they care about. Like you buy the game on the PlayStation, and it's the PlayStation's fault.
It's almost like yelling at the movie theater because someone else made a movie that has sexy stuff in it.
What the fuck? What the fucking, dude? Yeah, that's the softest touch Skyline has ever made. Okay. Complaining about the shit box right now, I guess.
Really think people overblow the importance of different cars.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I think it's a totally just stupid thing. Like, it's just ESRB rating is fine. Like,
it's gonna leave. It's already a bitch.
Feels weird not being able to get some hits and then back off and wait for an opening.
Just, especially when it's like devs have to go in and put like steamy or sparkly shit over an ass crack just to censor it for certain areas. That really pisses me off. Now it's like, now they have to go out of their way for certain regions, and you know, if you want to do that but then have an option in settings to like give me the real game, please.
Yeah.
Then again, that would be fine. Like, I'm never going to complain if anything's optional, but just deciding that Sony is now our morality police. God, I hate that.
I just wish that these sexy games weren't so much of like a stigma with this shit.
Yeah, it's arguably way more fucked up to see that violent stuff. Like, if a kid sees an ass crack, is that gonna scar him for life? Probably not.
Probably not. But also,
if he sees like somebody get shot through the eyeball and like the brains leak out.
you don't want to make sure to ruin my virgin eyes. They don't want to pop my eye cherries. Get some bloody tears going. The song. That is the song. I don't remember. The Castlevania song? Yeah, it is. It's a Castlevania song.
Oh my god. Oh, I think I had a goal there.
Ah.
Nice. When did Sony become the gatekeeper of?
I mean,
what's more?
Nintendo was like that though for their console for the longest time, and I mean, it doesn't make it any better. But like, I think one of the very first super violent games on a Nintendo console post like Super Nintendo bullshit is or post even Mortal Kombat maybe was I don't even know if Mortal Kombat was on it. Was Mad World as far as I can remember on the Wii. 007 was 007 really that like violent though? I mean, it had guns, but I mean, it wasn't like, Mom, get the wow.
What the hell? We're definitely leaving after this.
You just gotta dunk, dude. Also, there's so much more stealth. That was the thing that
there
looked
is
way
stealth.
different for me. It was like, why is there stealth? It's weird.
It is weird.
Mortal Kombat was censored as heck. Was it? So I remember because there was
it had the sweat instead of blood. That's what they talked about in the Inside Gaming.
For the Nintendo consoles?
Yeah. Mortal Kombat was as censored as Barry's comment there. Censored as heck. It was heckin' censored. Change it from Tekken to heckin'.
It used to be called Heckin', but I tried to tip it up.
Oh yeah, they had to censor it from Heckin'.
But yeah, they had to censor it.
Sekiro was Hekiro.
Hmm. Just in general, I think it's just like the Epic Game Store. They were like, yeah, we're not gonna have like sex games on our store. I'm just like,
yeah, they took that as like a mark of pride. Like, oh, we're not gonna let any of those shitty hentai games. I was like, well, and there's one more thing I don't like about your store.
Yeah.
How's it going, Yeet?
It's up there, Yeet. What are you doing? No, yeah, there was like
if you don't want games that are like brutal, like rape and like killing kids, I get that. But like showing an ass crack, you're really gonna act like the morality police over that?
or just sex, just like sex in general.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, if you don't want that in your game, read the ESRB rating and don't buy it. Why are you trying to ruin it for other people?
God, I suck.
Yeah, I saw that. They put it on the movie theater on the advertising signboard.
Oh, that's
Heck boy.
oh, that's pretty good. Did you buy? Yeah, I bought it.
With keys from Rocket Pass 2.
Yeah, I didn't spend a dime on it. I bought the first Rocket Pass, and I haven't spent money on any since.
Yeah. Because we play it so much that we get really far.
Oh no.
I think Eevee would look great with a bow tie. That sounds like a great idea.
In what? Your Eevee in what? You buy Ultra? No,
Build-A-Bear Eevee?
I think I really have to pee.
Oh. Nice.
In Let's Go? Oh, you have Let's Go? I didn't know you had a Switch. Oh, I have to use the bathroom. Oh, I gotta pee. It's only 11 seconds. Hopefully we don't tie it in that amount of time. Oh, nice. Ooh, look at that paint job. Oh,
Cloud
wow.
9. That's neat.
Okay, I have to pee.
Perb.
I have to perb.
Perb it
That
up.
energy drink's flowing.
Perb it up. Oh, damn, you won your March Madness bracket tourney? So that's like where you pick which college basketball teams you think are going to win and you put it in your bracket. Were you like the closest to the actual score or the actual like teams or something? Is that how it works? I don't watch basketball. I like football and football. Both kinds of football. Perb it up. You picked the winner. That's pretty cool. You a big fan of college basketball? I guess so if you're doing March Madness brackets. No. Hey, Barry, don't worry about Sekiro. That game is tough. Sakong. What's the boss called, Barry? I'm gonna tell you, I just picked him because you're from Virginia, that's great. And you got a fucking Switch for it, that's awesome. General after the ogre. Oh, okay, so you're pretty early still. I'm gonna say, watching this guy's videos helped me a lot. Because I was struggling. that's like a mini boss, and if anything, the mini bosses are harder than regular bosses. I died to the ogre like 20 times, so I struggled mightily with Sekiro. That's pretty crazy, Gravini. Well, if Ashen's not back in 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to leave. Also, I inherit his stream. West Virginia. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Barry. Country roads.
I return with water.
No problemo. I hope he helps you out.
Helps what out with what?
Don't worry, it doesn't concern you.
Nice.
I was showing Barry the guy that I use for Sekiro help. This guy makes excellent videos.
You won it in corporate
Yeah,
March
you should-
Madness bracket.
The Switch. He
Yeah,
just picked fucking Virginia and won. I was like, oh, you must be a big basketball fan. He's like, nope, I just picked him.
Nice. What do
you should absolutely be doing the estate stuff, because like some of the early stuff in the estate is easier than like where you're at.
But Chris, thanks for the host.
A lot of people do stuff. A lot of people do stuff in the estate before even doing the ogre.
Oops.
And make sure you get the Mashiri counter upgrade as soon as you can. That one's so good for spear and spear-based enemies.
What do I call my water bottle? My wobber dobble? Is that what you're talking about? My wobber dobble? Oh, the Fallout 76. Oh yeah, my Fallout 4 remix, I think it was. Is that what you're talking about?
We were singing West Virginia, which is where Fallout 76 is.
Oh, yeah, and they had that. Didn't they have that song in some of the promo material?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I just don't like that song. I don't like any like. I'll be like, Americana kind of songs, you know. Just not my thing.
I'm not into those kind of songs, but that one is fucking awesome. John Denver knocked it out of the park.
I might be potentially related to John Denver. Did you know that?
Oh, just because. Yeah.
I live in Colorado.
I couldn't remember if that was a thing. It was on stream or not. I couldn't remember.
It's a thing.
I like spaced for a second. Like shit. Do people know he's in Colorado? I'm glad you saw where I was going with it though.
Oh,
come on.
Speaking of where I live, the bridge that's been worked on outside of my house for months is finally done.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, oil hitting an enemy with oil and then hitting him with fire is a pretty good tactic for almost any of the bosses. It's a pretty powerful combination. And like I said, I would absolutely check out the estate sooner than later, because it's got some like easier sections that you're supposed to be learning from.
Yeah, Gravini's seen me with his eyes. He saw me at the store.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the I Could Take You Out song? Hell yeah. Oh, I wish Angel was here.
That's my bad.
But no, it's Justin's birthday today.
Wait, what? Why are you talking about Angel?
Because the song.
Oh.
We like the song. I think she likes the song. Either that or it's just Justin, I forget. I don't lose anymore. Oh boy. Sir, sir, you lost it. Why'd you leave? Nice.
One of those risky plays where you shoot it where the defender is, assuming.
Yeah.
It's like I had all that open goal, and I shoot.
I do that a lot. If the defender is like moving,
Mm-hmm.
I shoot it at them so that they drive past it.
Yeah, he's coming to cover the open spot, so I shoot it elsewhere. In the middle of elsewhere.
Oh, it's kind of nuts. Speaking of the Secrets Out thing, there was a streamer that was like in our community, and he was talking about how he was in Colorado in one of his tweets, and I was like, shit, man. That's crazy. So I looked through some of his pictures, and I saw pictures in our city. Like, the more iconic part of our city. And so I was just like, oh shit. He lives here. So his secret was out.
Talking about the one where you guys joked about being neighbors
Yeah.
on the stream.
He never told me that Chinese restaurant he likes, because I would like to know what it is to see if I've been there, and if I haven't, I can go try it out.
Oh man, there's this South Korean streamer. This girl that's like visiting Berlin, and she's like live streaming while she's in a restaurant. And these guys come over and they're like holding their eyes flat, like pulling at their eyes to make them look squinty, and just like pushing their faces onto her stream. Just like, fuck off, guys. What the shit? And she handles it so well. She's like, why don't you be nice to people? Just like, damn. She doesn't get like mad at them. She doesn't like yell or anything. She doesn't even like push the camera so that they're off. She just kind of like keeps doing her thing. But they keep like, pushing their face into the frame. But she's like, I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my stream here.
Yeah. So they knew who the streamer was?
I don't know that. They just see an Asian lady on camera, and they're like, "Oh, Asian people have squinty eyes." and he was like, "All right, that was kind of shitty," but I admired the way she handled it. And then, fucking the next day, she's just out about walking on the sidewalk, and a dude comes up and starts going ching chong, ching chong.
God.
Fuck, guys. She even says something to the effect of like, I really like it here in Berlin, and all the people are really nice, and it's like, why are you acting like that? Just like a couple of really racist assholes in Berlin.
What's up, man? What's up, Joshua? Fosh, how you doing? Welcome. PS4 controller. I am playing on Xbox One controller on the PC. If that's what you're asking. If you're asking which one you should do, PC all the way. Not because I'm a PC elitist, but because I don't know, better options on the PC.
Yeah, PC is better. You don't have to be elitist about it, but like PC is just better. It's kind of hard to argue. The only thing consoles really have is like exclusives.
Oh, I'm not smart. I mean, you didn't know. You had no info. You don't have to say you're not smart. Thanks for the follow, though. I appreciate it. You play on PS4? Just asking. Oh, okay.
That's
No
cool.
problem.
I would love to play Spider-Man and God of War on PS4, and even that Horizon Zero Dawn. That looks fun.
Oh yeah, I want to play Horizon. I play on I play games on PS4, but not Rocket League.
That are you playing Nier on
Yeah.
PC?
No, on PS4.
PS4? I thought so.
Yeah. So one of the games I'm playing right now is on PS4. That's because it came out first on PS4.
Yeah, consoles are easy. They are just plug and play. You're right about that. They're a lot easier. You plug them in. It it does its updates. Games are going to be tailored to that exact hardware.
Yeah, a lot less buggy.
But I think it's hard to argue with the advantages that PC has. Yeah, not having to worry about drivers. That's fair.
Yeah, drivers. You just recently hit level 125. How many hours do you have, man? I don't know what that is because I've been playing way before the XP update. I played almost on release.
Yeah. Do the estate. There's some good stuff in there. Make sure you explore around. There's an NPC you can miss if you don't like look around in the estate. Pretty early in the estate area, there's an NPC you can miss.
Another thing I like about consoles is like for online games is like there's not really cheaters. Like on Xbox or not Xbox, like Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to find somebody invading you that's hacking.
I would. Oh, it's so cool!
We'll get that someday.
I would take. I think I would take free online over some cheaters though. As far as like pros and I don't want to be shitty. There are advantages to console, but man, for my money, the PC just has so many more advantages.
Yeah.
I did say something like it really only has exclusivities, so I guess that was an unfair assessment.
Fucking shit, man.
That was unlucky.
It's right at the net.
He got a great hit off of that. Yeah, but have you found the merchant guy? The merchant guy in the estate. Merchant guy in the estate or in the regular zone? Yeah, PC can be expensive as well. That's a good point. Like you could probably go into GameStop and get a really cheap PS4 at this point.
Oh no! Oh, Con, save us. We're not good enough. Stop passing stuff!
Ah, these three guys, not even a team. They're just working so well together.
Stop being good at the video game.
Oh, okay. You found the guy in the barrel then. Okay. Okay. Good. I thought you hadn't been to the Harada estate yet. That's why I was giving you that advice.
If you look at the guy, the Mario guy on the other team, it looks like his nose is going beyond the barrier, and his ear, or the back of his hat rather, is going beyond the barrier of the, like, the frame.
It's got like a shadow on it.
But it looks like it's going beyond. Like I could see part of his nose on the, like, left side of the.
Holy shit! Yeah, it's like outside the box.
Yeah, it's like too big for the box.
Huh.
I don't know how that
I've seen
works.
that before.
You've been playing for 2 days. 16 hours. So that's like 64 hours. God, you can get to 120 in 64 hours?
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I think.
That seems fast, huh?
So we're at like 400.
500.
Oh, right, 500.
But we have like, I have 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
If you've only played for 2 days, it's way too early for you to be judging your level of skill in Rocket League.
Yeah.
You will never feel like you're good enough at Rocket League. You should just accept that.
Unless you're like a savant at it, like you're natural at it. It's gonna take a while to gain skill in the game.
We're 2,000 hours in, and we still feel like we've got a lot to learn. Ah! Move. Gold seems pretty good for 60 some hours.
Yeah, gold's good.
I think it's like pretty darn good actually. Although it seems like people are ranking up faster than when we first started. I feel there's like more tutorials and stuff now. It's like more YouTube coverage.
Better competition overall.
They've got awesome training packs now.
Oh god, yeah. That we never play.
I do, but I do now.
I hardly touch them. Every once in a while I'll pop into one and then do something and then
Especially since you can do them while waiting for a match. You should not feel bad about yourself. I think you were doing a great job in Rocket League. Joshua Fosh.
But also I'll do the devil's advocate kind of and just say that we're all shit. And so don't feel bad about yourself. I guess not really devil's advocate, but a different point of view. You only play with your friends, that's how you practice. Yeah. Really, like, that's the best way to do it? I only play with Sunbro.
Yeah, it gets too toxic. It gets really toxic when you try to play with by yourself. Do you like 2s or 3s better? Speaking of new players, I want to talk about Elite Dangibus.
Yeah, I forgot about that. There was a potential leak for it.
Yeah,
I saw
that seemed bullshit.
Yeah,
I saw the Obsidian Ant video.
Yeah, I'm not gonna believe any leaks until. But it's not a high target game to make fake leaks out of. You know what I mean?
Well, it seemed like they were talking just a whole bunch of stuff about Frontier in general.
Yeah, they were.
So it's like if you're gonna make a fake post about Frontier games, you're gonna include that one, I guess.
I'm not gonna with that.
But also, I saw they're gonna make it so that it'll auto throttle down now when you super cruise. That's pretty sweet.
When you pop out of hyperspace.
Oh, not for like jumping to another system?
That's hyperspace.
Right.
Yeah, that's you said out of super cruise.
Oh.
So yeah, it's toggleable. It's an option, so you can actually set it.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's great.
I kept saying like that would be. I kept saying like I don't see any reason not to add that as an option.
Before it was an option where you could toggle down while you're in hyperspace. You could throttle down, and then you would throttle down when you get to the star. But now it's nice that it's like just a thing that happens whenever, in case you forget.
Right.
2s, but normally play 3s. You don't leave out your friends. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's like I don't need to be throttled up towards a star ever. Like I'm when I get there, I want to reorient myself, and then I'll throttle up.
Yeah. Some people like to scoop and go.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's sometimes
fair
I'm in a hurry, but I would much rather throttle up when I'm in a hurry than have to throttle down every other time.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad they're adding that.
I was really trying to get that over you. We hardly ever do 2s, by the way. I don't know. I personally, I like the dynamic of 3s a lot better. And I feel like I'm better at 3s. Feels more action-packed. And a lot more potential, like, crazy plays. But then also easier to shut things down. I don't know. You're a lot more easily punished when you're in 2s. Might be a thing I don't like about it.
I don't see how it's more action-packed if there's, like, more scoring in 2s, but it's
No,
gotten to where I'm just so used to 3s now.
I mean more action-packed, like people are hitting the ball more because there's more people on the field.
Alright. I've gotten to where I'm so used to 3s now that it feels kind of weird playing 2s, and goddamn, because it's so dangerous in 2s, like the smallest mistake and you get scored on, people are very salty in 2s.
Yeah.
A few times I've played 2s without you, I was like, this is an awful experience. I would not be playing Rocket League if this is what it was like every night.
Yeah. 2s are less chaotic. Yeah. That's kind of what I meant by like action-packed. It's kind of like the chaos. 4s is too much chaos. You can't get a good play going because somebody fucking hits the ball every 2 seconds.
I like breakaways, though. I think is a big reason why I like 2s. Is because somebody makes a good play and then you could be bursting down the field trying to catch up to the pass your teammate sent you. There's a lot more of that in 2s. I find those exciting. You really have to earn it in 3s because it's really easy to... If you rotate correctly, you'll have someone on defense.
Yeah.
Whereas in 2s, you get a lot of like one-on-one goal or like one-on-none goal opportunities, and those are just really entertaining when you're the guy scoring.
Ah!
Like speed.
No!
Oh.
That hurts. That hurts me on the inside.
Going for goalie.
Nice. Another thing in Elite, adding the Super Cruise Assist as a module.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah, so it'll throttle down when you and like it even puts you in orbit around planets. I'm like, yes, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, I can do it myself if I want the most efficient, fastest possible, but it's so nice that I could just set it and forget it if I want to. That's probably why I said Super Cruise earlier. I was combining the two new things of like throttling down when you get into a new system and that it auto throttles when you're going to a station. Just in general, they're making a lot of nice little changes to make things, especially for newer players, make it easier.
They're adding 2 Type 1 slot or Size 1 slots to small ships.
Interesting.
And 1 Size 1 slot to big ships. And I assume that's so beginners can put in those shit modules in there. The advanced docking computer. You know about the advanced docking computer, right?
I don't think so.
You need more people to play with, though. Oh, your friends aren't available all the time? Luckily, Sunbro and I, we set aside some time during the week for it.
Yeah.
We, most of the time, are able to meet that schedule. We knew some people that had a lot of people to play with, and then they became hardly ever available with us. They also kind of went pro, a couple of them. So, a couple of them went pro.
Used to have a full squad of 3.
Yeah.
Imagine how good we'd be as like a cohesive unit if we'd been putting all this time in instead of like having to work with a stranger every single match.
Yeah.
And he's just like fucking better than us as well.
He also plays a lot more than us in general.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could play that much.
No.
The amount we play is good.
Yeah, I'm happy. What's the advanced docking computer?
It takes off for you. It'll take off and leave the station for you.
I guess that's, yeah, I don't really have a problem with that. I would literally never use that because taking off is like one of the parts I really enjoy about flying my ship. I guess if I was doing bulk trading, I would probably use it.
If I was just doing some like bulk trading or whatever, sure. But
partly because I feel like taking off is so easy compared to landing. Like landing, you have to be all precise, but with taking off, you're up and you're out. Like other than the mail slot, you don't have to be precise.
I know, but the thing is, there's people that are just not good in general.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's why I said I don't really have a problem because it's optional.
Yeah.
I don't really have too big a problem with it.
And I'm not going to be like an elitist about like, oh, if you're not good enough to land, then you shouldn't play this game. It's like, well,
they should
and stuff.
They should like work on it. Like you want to have better control of your ship. It's something you should work on. But if that's a barrier to someone enjoying the game and like really getting into it, yeah, what do I care if they can land their ship or not? I played the game for hundreds of hours, literally, as just a space trucker. I was just a Euro space trucker. And I wasn't any good at combat. If someone had been like, no, you should have to play combat, that's what real Elite is all about, I'd be like, fuck off, I'm enjoying my game.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go in and tell someone they need to learn how to land if they're bad at it.
Yeah. And they just want to do trading or some shit. There's only one person you play with regularly, but only once a week. And your other friends. Oh, that sucks. Your other friends left Rocket League.
There's some cool there's like a cool subreddit for finding gaming pals. I think it might be called Gaming Pals. I'm not sure.
There's also probably some on the Rocket League subreddit, or not subreddit, the Discord.
Discord would be a good place to check.
Yeah. Sunbro and I just got lucky, and we just happened to find each other in Rocket League.
Yeah, that was nuts.
And became good friends out of it because we have a similar mindset.
And happen to enjoy, like, how crazy we both enjoyed Elite, and now we're both enjoying Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, I was really hoping that 50-50 would go better. I was ready for it.
Like right now, I'm really eager for Monster Hunter because of all the news. Like I still need all those behemoth armors. I really want those. I'm really excited for that. But
yeah, I do too.
the Rocket League is a really nice social time. We can discuss shit.
Yeah. His parents are divorced, so I gets to play a couple days a week. Oh, that's even worse. It just keeps getting worse, man.
Oh. I did not expect Rocket League to still be fun 2,000 hours in.
Yeah. I feel like I'm still getting better too. I'm getting a lot better at my wall takeoffs and shit. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm definitely improving. But that's not surprising because I've got a lot of room for improvement.
Got yourself.
Suicide by words. r/suicide by words. It was like a post or something about like how to make girls smile. It was like I've been told that when I leave the room, that usually works.
When I stop talking. Oh, I fucked up my dismount there. I was really hoping for a bounce shot. Better than that. Fuck. Monster Hunter, what a snore fest. Yeah, to you. I love that game.
Oh, nicely done.
Action-packed monster dodging. Especially with this hard stuff that we've been doing recently. It's a lot entertaining because still feels like I need to get good.
I get it if you don't like Monster Hunter, but it's like the farthest thing from a snore fest. It's all action. There's like giant monsters, and that's like the gameplay is fighting giant monsters.
Yeah.
Like it's like saying Pacific Rim is a snore fest. It's like, yeah, you might not like it. It might not be a good movie, but there's certainly crazy shit happening.
Whoopsies. I bumped a man and everything. Little boy! No! Oh, who's going for that? Oh god, I read that bounce way off. Whoop.
It's a game entirely made of boss fights.
Yeah.
It's like really good, actually.
It's hard too because of how precise you need to be in a lot of battles, and
It's very much like Dark Souls bosses where you have to read animations and predict shit. Oh no.
but a big problem with it for a lot of people is it's not like constant new content, you know? Like there's a lot of people that like don't like the like improve upon yourself kind of content, because like you're fighting the monsters and you're improving against the monsters, but it's also like improving against yourself, you know? It's a lot of
Boss
that
fighting is kind of boring. Boss fighting is boring.
Yeah, I can. Ah, shit! It's very grindy. Yeah, it's very grindy. Yeah.
We grind because we enjoy fighting the monsters, though. Like,
Yeah.
if you wanted to just play for like 50 hours, 60 hours, beat the story, and then be done with it, you could enjoy the game without grinding. Or at least, like, not a lot of grinding. I don't see. It's grind is only a bad thing if you're not already enjoying it, and like it's fun to fight the monsters, so the grind is fun. Oh, have a good time there, Joshua.
Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for following and everything. Hope you have fun with your friend playing some Rocket League. Hopefully you're playing some Rocket League. Oh.
Yeah, you. At this point, I don't see how else we can convince you that it's a fun game, Kristen. Like, if it's obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. But like, it's sold millions of copies and is like a well-loved game. Like, Capcom is having a fucking renaissance because of Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
Like, back in the spotlight, and it's getting a huge expansion and stuff later. Like, it's a critical and commercial success.
I think less of convincing you that it's fun, that might not be the right phrasing of it, more like convince you why other people find it to be fun.
Right.
It's a more succinct way to put it, more accurate. Oh! Ooh, I took a risk! I took a risk! I didn't get the block! Didn't like the one. Yeah, I know some people don't like the combat because it's like, it's slow, right? And so you get like forced into your shit, right? So
yeah, your animations take a while, so it's very strategic, like Monster Hunter. It's the fighting is very tactical.
We are playing Rocket League. Nice, nice. You like Pokemon?
Okay, so you just said you get bored of grindy games, and then you say, see, Pokemon, that's where it's at. The game has a ton of grind. It's all about... grinding is not a really good complaint, because a lot of games have grind. It's just about whether you like the grind.
Yeah.
So if you like the game, you'll like the grinding. Like, puzzle games don't really have grinding in them.
The grind is kind of like just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and that's really kind of what a video game is, unless you just play the 10-hour campaign and then you're done with it, or 40-hour campaign depending on the game. But like, you know, gameplay is doing pretty much the same thing over and over again. Whether or not you find that satisfying or...
But like, there's so many fights in Pokemon where it's just like, you go up, you pick a move, and then you spam that move until the other monster dies, or faints. Whereas like every fight in Monster Hunter is completely different. Like it's possible in a turn-based game to have two fights play out literally the identical way multiple times in a row. Whereas that will never happen in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, little boy.
So as far as like grinding and combat being boring, Monster Hunter has like hundreds of little variables that happen with every fight.
Pokemon has natural living? What's that?
Leveling.
Level.
And you're leveling up your armor and weapons in Monster Hunter. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just find it really weird that you seem to have this like real problem with Monster Hunter. I don't get it.
Oh god, I might have to pee again, Sunbro. Oh, it's so much.
Oh, no.
Oh. My bladder's gonna explode. I did drink a lot of water, though. I'm drinking the energy drink and a shit ton of water.
Can you say drinking?
Yeah, probably.
I
can't concentrate on my words. I have to pee. I mean, in general, I think Sunbro and I are less like, we're more neutral. Like if we don't like a game, we still like, we still understand why other people find it fun.
Yeah. Okay. I get
like,
that there's different things for different people. Do we talk about it a lot? I mean, I guess, but it's like we play it for half the week. So we're
talk
gonna
about what a lot?
Monster Hunter. We talked about Colve earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's we play it for half the week. That's kind of a thing for us.
I mean, we don't talk about it too much outside of it. We're playing Rocket League. We talk about a lot of other stuff.
I got a bunch of shit on my list, things to talk about. I just haven't gotten to them yet.
Oh, they added some in Elite. They added some trading shit.
They added what?
So they changed the commodities market window.
Really?
Yeah, so now there's like a buy tab and a sell tab. There's still no sell all button as far as I understand. But you can literally have it so it only shows, it only displays the stuff you can sell.
Oh,
but when
yeah, that's great.
When you're in the sell tab, though, it has like all of your stuff highlighted that you
No. You guys are really baffled by why we like Monster Hunter? I mean, it's like, I understand you may not like it. That's fine. There's a lot of people aren't going to like it, but you're honestly surprised about why we enjoy playing a game where you fight big ass monsters with big weapons? Is that really difficult to like wrap your head around? That we enjoy that?
I mean, I don't like Fortnite, but I understand why other people do. Like first-person shooters, man. Like I used to like first-person shooters, now I don't. But
Like if we were talking about, if someone said, I don't get why people like clicker games because you don't have any interaction. Like I would at least understand where you're coming from, but Monster Hunter's not like a weird game. You fight big ass monsters and then you carve them up.
it's like Dark Souls. Like
Yeah.
people find Dark Souls to be fun. It just doesn't have like the world you traverse like Dark Souls. It's just the bosses in Dark Souls. You don't get Fortnite either.
Well,
There's
I'm not saying you should enjoy Fortnite, but you can understand why other people like it, right? Like the fact that they're in a arena with 100 other people, and then you shoot each other and you build stuff. Like the concept, you can understand like how someone could find it fun, like the concept of fun there.
There's a lot of games you could fight big. I mean, it's not about uniqueness though. Like that's not.
Yeah,
There's a lot of.
This does a lot of things that Final Fantasy doesn't do, though.
There's a lot of games that have turn-based combat. It doesn't make it any less interesting.
You guys are acting like we're playing some very esoteric, like difficult to grasp a game. But it's, I don't know. It just feels it feels very straightforward as to why anyone would enjoy a game like this. Like if someone said, I really enjoy Farming Simulator, and you're like, that's work. Why would you enjoy a farming game? Like at least I get where you're coming from. Like that sounds sounds tedious.
But people like to escape, you know, their real life with some like with a simulator of a life that isn't theirs. You know what I mean? And then also there's like objectives and stuff that like progression that you can have.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't get why people like Farming Simulator. I watched some of it and thought it was fun, but at least that would make more sense to me as an argument. Is like, who can enjoy a game where you're just working? Whereas this is very bread and butter for video games to fight big monsters.
You can see.
Oh, he blew me up.
Sorry, it's not coming towards that. You take a nap? Yeah, that's... yeah. I've been enjoying my naps recently. Especially with this week. This week has been, like... Oh! The 3 goldies came in and 1 got it. Fuck off. Yeah, this week has been just goddamn. Because I have to go to my parents' house, right? So I've had to insert 40 extra minutes of traveling, plus just like prepping to go to my parents' house, and then like I still stream, and then after that I'm just fucking tired. Streaming is tiring.
Teammate just would have saved me? I guess he did. Or maybe would have saved himself?
I'm not sure. He was pissed. I don't know. He left. Oh, Chuckles is here. It's a good thing he went for that. He got... AI got worked out of existence. Yeah. Fucking Chuckles! Fucking
Chuckles is so much better.
Chuckles, man! Yeah, I can't handle it.
Heard about those Samsung foldable phones breaking?
I know. Breaking. No, I didn't hear that.
Because there's like a few, I guess you would call them review copies went out. That's what they call them for video games. I don't know what else to.
Right. Yeah.
So there's like a protective screen type element thing that's like glued to the front that opens and folds, and when it's open, there's like a bit of a gap under that protective element there.
Right.
Oh, teammate, why were you there? And I think what happened is like if debris sneaks under there, you start to fold the screen on that debris, and eventually enough times it'll fuck it up. So it's also like $2,000.
Yeah, the phone is really expensive.
God
Chuckles!
Damn, teammate.
Chuckles!
You don't like to eat fish. I have no idea how people eat it. It's not a. There's a difference between like I don't like fish and how could anyone enjoy this? Like it's food. Like you understand how people enjoy food. Like you can say that you don't like Monster Hunter. I have no problem with that. But do you find it surprising that we like to beat up on big monsters? Like you said, you don't like the combat, but if you had liked the combat, you can see how the game would be fun, right? You can see how fighting big monsters is a fun time, especially with your friends.
I mean, I don't like chocolate, but I understand why other people like chocolate a lot. Because when it goes in their mouth, it makes them feel good. Like, that's just... They get a good sensation out of it. Just like I do with... It's all about, like... I don't know, sympathy or empathy, whichever one. I always get the two confused. That, like... I can apply this to another thing. So I find eating food makes me feel good. The food that I like. Therefore, if somebody else eats that food and they like it, it's going to make them feel good. Just like this other thing makes me feel good.
The combat is not boring. You didn't like the combat, but that doesn't like make it boring. But my point is that if,
I mean, boring is at that point just a purely subjective thing. There's no like objectiveness to it, really.
All right, fair enough.
It's all about a person's entertainment.
I would argue that it's complex, though, as far as like I was arguing like simplistic versus complex.
Yeah, sure.
But like you guys are acting like it's weird that we would enjoy a game fighting big monsters, and that's what like a lot of video games are. So it's not like a weird video game, I guess, isn't the point I'm trying to make.
It's mainly, I think we're splitting hairs at this point. Like, I think they're expressing their dislike for Monster Hunter in a way that they say that, in a way that's not necessarily fully descriptive of their like viewpoint, if that makes sense. Like just saying that the game is boring or the game is uninteresting or whatever the fuck. It's literally like they have certain problems with it, but they can still understand why other people would like the game. I don't know. Like it's some people express their dislike to stuff in different ways. One that can sound like it's potentially unsympathetic or empathetic. But it's, you know, oh my god, he almost scored that. Maverick. It's hard to talk about this sort of stuff in a quick one-line Twitch post and have it potentially show empathy towards stuff necessarily. You can have decent word choice towards it, right? But you have to think about it and stuff like that, and it doesn't matter that much, I guess. Does what I'm saying make any sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It was just that the way they were saying that they're like surprised that we could like something that way.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they thought it was strange that we would enjoy a game like that versus just saying I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, with like the dude at my work, he fucking lifts, right? He goes to the gym and lifts, and he's been doing that recently. And I probably told him at some point, I don't understand how you can like that, and that doesn't mean that like I don't get it whatsoever. It's more like...
You didn't mean that literally. You meant, like, I wouldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But, like, people who would shove a light bulb up their ass, I literally don't get how they enjoy that. No, I'm just-
I literally don't understand how they're not scared for their life. Ow! Damn it, I really want to right back in the neck! You know what meme I've been liking recently? It's the one with, I think it's CJ? Is it CJ? From, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and it's the oh shit,
Yeah.
here we go again.
Here we go again.
Man, I've been enjoying that meme lately. There was one with fucking, with, Jesus. It was like Jesus on the third day, and he was coming out of his tomb, and he was coming out of the tomb. Oh shit! Here we go again. Like that's just so dumb. I love that.
I didn't play that game, so it doesn't resonate as well with me.
Oh, I don't even remember at all what that's from the game. I just like it as a concept.
Yeah, the idea of like here we go again is pretty funny.
And just applying that to all
It's kind of the same meme as like how many times we have to teach you this, old man, from SpongeBob.
I don't
How many
remember
times we
that.
have to teach you this lesson, old man? But it loses the old man like constraint that meme had, because it's just literally just any kind of like doing it again.
Yeah.
See, we've entered the meme review portion of stream.
Yeah. I give that meme 4 Pepes out of 5.
That's its level of racism.
Yeah.
I feel like there was more elite stuff to talk about. Shit, what was it?
Oh, commodities market will actually show you places nearby that will buy it for a
Really?
profit and stuff like that.
That's handy.
That you have like trade data for or whatever the fuck. So it's not just like
Right, that's cool.
it'll actually show how much too.
So you actually like you have a reason to like build up a group of contacts then,
Yeah.
and like commodity market stuff.
Yeah. I don't know fully how it works, but that's basically.
They're doing a lot of stuff that third-party websites we had to rely on.
And
That's
they
cool.
they still do better though.
They will still do them better, but like if you're again for a newer player that didn't like go to the subreddit or whatever,
Yeah.
they'll at least have versions of those websites.
They really should have pulled back there. He was up for a pass a lot or something. I don't know. Speaking of Pepe, there is a Pepe on the other team. I didn't even notice. Other than that, though, like there's not that much other stuff coming to the update. Oh, there's new symbols though in the nav panel. So
Really?
the nav panel's been updated. The route's like at the top now instead of the like left-hand side of the panel, and they have like symbols for like you can do mining here, or you can do combat here, or this place has this USS has a threat level that we think is too high for your experience in the game.
Yeah, I did see that about if it's. I guess maybe Obsidian Ant said it. if they think it's too difficult for you. That was a wacky goal.
That's an.
I lost all my momentum when I ran into him.
Yeah. And your angle a little bit too.
He got me with the fast kickoff. No! I could have had the hat trick.
Ah! Fuck
Send us
off.
to overtime.
Everything.
Literally everything should fuck off.
There it goes. We're dead.
Thought we had a chance there, dude.
I was gonna play some Baba's You, but man, I fell asleep. Maybe kind of early last night. I don't know.
So I was not sold on the idea of a foldable phone, but as the guy kind of showed it off, he was like, "You shouldn't get this because it's $2,000, and if like a tiny piece of debris gets under the thing, it's gonna break." And Samsung knows about it, but it's too late in like the production line to really do anything. So it's like they're pushing forward anyways. He's like, so pretty much just don't buy the phone yet until they, fix some of these issues. Because I think it's supposed to be able to fold like 800,000 times or something like that. But it was like,
unless you sneeze in it.
So let's talk about the phone. As aside from that, which obviously you shouldn't ignore that, but if that issue was fixed, and he had a lot of other little complaints about it. But he actually kind of sold me on the concept of a foldable phone. Like, not yet, clearly. Like, even without that issue, I still wouldn't get this one. Like, it's also like really thick when it's folded. That's another thing they need to work on. And the folded version, the screen is really narrow. But like showing off how like he's got it in phone mode, and then he just opens it and it's like immediately like a tablet. It's kind of a neat concept. Let's say you're just like browsing Reddit and then there's a link to like a YouTube video. It's like, what, I want to watch the YouTube video in tablet mode, so the screen's a little bigger. So that's kind of cool.
It's just option for bigger screen, really.
It's just like on the fly you can make your screen bigger. I like that as a concept. There were some other things I was going to say, but I forgot now.
Oh, did you watch the Thunderfoot video on
Yeah.
the electricity thing? That was a interesting thing.
He kind of went off on some weird tangents.
Oh God,
but,
yeah.
like, started talking about his diet again. Like, how many times are you gonna bring up the fact that you lost weight, dude? Like, I'm proud of you, congrats and everything, but Jesus.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that had to do with anything.
But again, people love watching him bust weird science shit, especially like Kickstarter stuff. That's some of my favorite stuff, and it seems to be what does best on his channel. That was an amazing save.
I had to go I had to like scoop it out of the net.
So it's like he started with that, but then leaned into stuff that he actually wanted to talk about. He's like, these are the videos that do the best, so I'm going to start off with some debunking of Kickstarter crap. I did like that towards the end he kind of had a more measured take that you don't normally see. He's like, yeah, this is some bullshit, but the guy's got enough money that it's kind of nice that he's at least trying to do something good for the world. And same thing with Elon Musk. Like, he does a lot of dumb shit and says stupid things, but it's
But not all of it's dumb.
yeah, no, I appreciated that. I was like, it feels like you're growing as a human being, Thunderfoot. You're like recognizing that not everything has to be.
Oh no! I hit him into that.
Not everything has to be so black and white. But yeah, that bike thing. As soon as he showed. I was like, oh, I see where this is going. It's like it's gonna take a lot of work to get the kind of power they're talking about. Well, how the guy just is like, yeah, like half the world is gonna have these now, and they're not gonna have to worry about energy anymore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're just gonna designate someone in your house to like doing that exercise, I guess.
Pump it on the yeah. It's a neat concept, and if you know, I would say if you are already going to bike,
Yeah.
then fuck it, right? But usually the people that are already gonna bike in their homes like that is somebody with a bicycle, like a workout piece of workout equipment, and that costs money.
Those are not the kind of people that are desperate for electricity.
Yeah.
Usually, like you know, if you're in somewhere and you don't have easy access to electricity, and because Thunderfoot's like, just go buy a fucking generator off Amazon. It's like, okay, well, if there's someone who doesn't have access to the gasoline or to like a generator, or maybe doesn't need electricity all the time.
I think Thunderfoot's thing about that though is like the guy, instead of inventing this thing and then whatnot, just buy some people some generators. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like have them go buy it.
But like you could give someone a generator and then they could like not be able to get the gas for it.
Yeah, they'll run out of gas or some shit.
Yeah, gas costs money as well. Like if you only needed it, if you only pumped it like for 30 minutes just so that you could have some lights on when it turned dark, if that's really all you cared about, or maybe only in like the winter to power some kind of heater element, I guess. Like I could see somebody using it. Like if you can make it efficient, like the most efficient thing you can for a human being to generate their own electricity, I'm sure there's a niche market, but it's more about the way the guy was acting like the most important invention in the last 100 years. Like, really?
Yeah,
You sure
yeah, that
about
was like, holy shit, that guy had real high hopes on the impact of his technology. Oh shit.
Also, if he's a billionaire, like, what are you doing? Was he crowdfunding that?
I don't think so. I think it was just out of his pocket because he wanted to have something to do with his money.
Did I score that? I think I scored that.
Yeah, you did.
That's okay.
He needed something to do with his money, I think was the main thing.
It's practice for next time when that is going in. One rumble and then I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I have to go too after one rumble. I don't know what else I watched. Oh, there was like a H3H3 video about The Verge's like 72 questions to Kim Kardashian.
Ugh.
And oh my god. So obviously the most scripted BS you could ever like have, right?
So what was it? They literally asked her 70 questions?
They went to her house and asked her 72 questions. So it was kind of like a house tour / we're asking you questions. And the fucking question asker was just so cringy.
Did you say Verge or Verge?
Verge. The Verge is the website or whatever that does it.
Yeah, I watched their science videos. They have like a Verge Science, and their science videos are pretty good. That's
I'm pretty sure, or it's Vogue. I'm not sure. Maybe it's Vogue. Is that a thing? I don't know.
That sounds like a thing. Yeah. I mean, it could be Verge. Like the thing I'm watching is clearly a completely separate entity because it's called Verge Science. Yeah, like
yeah. Yeah, it's news or entertainment purposes. But Mike, like, so like their house it was Kanye West, I believe, and Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I think those two are an item.
Their house.
Oh, I pulled it back with the magnet. Oh shit, you stole it. I was so excited that I saw
Watch this shit.
Look at this. I pulled it back with my magnet. Ah, you bastard. It didn't even change the trajectory. Just barely attached before it went in.
Bloop. Their house is just.
I bet.
There's like nothing in it.
Really?
It's just like super white, and like there's nothing on the walls, and like they had like like one TV, but like everything was just like. Why would you want to live there? There's nothing.
That's weird. Is it a really big mansion?
It's huge, yeah.
I would imagine so. They're both loaded.
But yet, it's just there's nothing on the walls, and they're like, oh yeah, it's minimalistic. I mean,
That's way too
it's super minimalistic. Like, there's a room that has one piano that they probably never play, but it's just there because it's made out of some fancy bullshit. And there's like 2 chairs, and that's all that's in that fucking room. What else am I supposed to do in that room? And then there's another room that has goddamn just like 2 chairs in it and like a table.
That's weird.
Like, what am I? Oh, I'm gonna sit in my other room today. Like, what the fuck?
Both of those people, especially Kanye, are like weird people, though.
Yeah, they're a bit strange. Kim said they said, "What's one thing that you wish people would do less of?" And she said, "Focus on my ass."
What? You've been responsible for a lot of the attention, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you've drawn attention to it.
And it's just like the most like.
Oh, shit,
okay.
It's a developer. I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that either. A developer of Rocket League. Look at that.
Kicking his ass. Wonder if he's getting salty.
Oh yeah, I hope so. I hope he says something racist and we can get him banned.
Oh man, get him fired.
Banned from his job.
Banned from his job. I heard Kim Kardashian's like trying to be a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah, she's cause she went to Trump and like pled her case about that lady that was in jail for some kind of minor drug offense, and Trump pardoned her, which I'm all for. Like, let's pardon people that are in for like minor non-violent drug offenses. Yeah, I booted him. I got booed after I hit that.
Make him have a heated gig. Yeah.
Did I boot him? I just booted the dev out of the way. Yeah.
That's great. It's not often we get a dev. It's not often a dev is good enough to fight us, am I right?
That's right, yeah.
Get wrecked. Even though he's like the best on this team. He's really good.
So she did that, and then like now she's trying to become a lawyer, but she's not gonna go through like a college. Apparently in California you can.
What the fuck?
What the hell was that, teammate? You had there was no one down there, and he hits it back towards our side. You can like shadow a lawyer for like 4 years or something to that effect, and that's like good enough, I guess. You can like work with a lawyer instead of going to law school. Oh, I came in like a bullet. Oh, the dev's saying my bad. That's not a heated gaming moment.
Oh, but they're salty. They quit. Wow. Oh, can't even play your own game. Gotta quit it.
Yeah, do you even QA test? That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I was just so pissed when I saw that one time.
No, so like some of the things that they asked her was just like, they all the questions were just stupid, superficial BS that like, it's like I didn't hardly learn anything about you during these questions. Like, what the fuck? They weren't good questions. They were all just dumb. What's the best thing about? Well, they asked Kanye. God, what was it? what's the best thing about being a parent? Kanye says, the kids. The kids. Like, the best thing about being a parent is the thing that defines being a parent. The kids.
I might have to watch this one. Oh, we're done.
Yeah, dude, it's so dumb. And then like, oh, what are the best qualities that you have as a person? They ask her, and she's just like, I'm nice, I'm smart, and I'm sweet. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, lady.
73. Oh yeah, it was Vogue.
Vogue, Verge, same thing. They both have a V and a G.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Stick it in her Vogue, you know? That's...
Why does the interviewer sound like every stepbrother in porn? What the shit? That's hilarious.
It's such a bad, like,